Harvesting garlic at the right time is crucial for both yield and storage life. Pulling too early means smaller bulbs that won't store well. Waiting too long can cause the bulbs to split or rot in the ground. The most reliable sign that your garlic is nearing harvest is the condition of its leaves. As the plant matures, the lower leaves will begin to yellow and dry out. This process starts from the bottom up. When the bottom 2 or 3 leaves have turned brown and dry, your garlic is likely ready or very close. The green leaves are still feeding the bulb, so you don't want to wait until all the leaves are brown. A good rule of thumb is to harvest when about half of the leaves are still green and half are brown. Different garlic varieties mature at slightly different rates. Hardneck garlic often shows readiness when the scape, the flower stalk, starts to straighten after curling. Softneck varieties don't produce scapes, so you rely solely on leaf dieback. Observing your plants over several weeks as they approach maturity is key. Note when the lower leaves begin to change color. This helps you anticipate the harvest window. Harvesting on a dry day is also important. Wet soil makes the bulbs harder to lift cleanly and can encourage rot during curing. Aim for a period of dry weather. If you're unsure, you can gently excavate around one bulb to check its size and development. The cloves should be well formed and fill out the bulb wrapper. This test dig can confirm if the rest of your crop is ready. Harvesting too early results in underdeveloped bulbs with thin wrappers. These won't store for long periods. They are best used fresh. Harvesting too late can cause the bulb wrappers to deteriorate. The cloves might even start to separate in the ground. This also reduces storage potential and can make the bulbs more susceptible to pests or diseases. Paying attention to the leaf signals is your best guide. It takes a little practice, but soon you'll recognize the perfect time to lift your crop. This timing ensures you get the best possible harvest. Once you've determined your garlic is ready, the next step is getting it out of the ground without damage. Many people are tempted to just grab the stalk and pull. This is often the worst way to harvest garlic. Pulling can easily snap the neck of the garlic bulb. It can also bruise or damage the bulb itself, especially in compacted soil. A damaged bulb will not cure properly and will not store well. The best tool for harvesting garlic is a garden fork. A fork allows you to gently loosen the soil around the bulb without directly pulling on the plant's stem. This minimizes stress on the neck and roots. Insert the garden fork several inches away from the base of the garlic plant. Angle the tines slightly towards the plant, but not so close that you risk spearing the bulb. The goal is to get under the root ball. Gently push down on the fork handle to lift and loosen the soil. You may need to do this on 2 sides of the plant, depending on the soil type and how compacted it is. Work carefully to avoid damaging the bulb. Once the soil is loosened, you should be able to gently lift the garlic plant by its base or stem. It should come out of the ground relatively easily with the soil loosened around it. Avoid yanking or pulling hard. Lift the entire plant, including the bulb, roots, and stalk with leaves. Don't try to separate the bulb from the stalk at this stage. The stalk and leaves are needed for the curing process. Brush off any large clumps of soil from the bulb and roots. Be gentle, don't wash the bulbs with water. Excess moisture can encourage rot during curing. Handle the bulbs carefully as you harvest them. Bruising can lead to spoilage later on. Place them gently into a crate or basket. Keep the harvested garlic out of direct sunlight, especially on a hot day. Sunburn can damage the bulbs. Move them to a shaded area as you continue harvesting. Harvesting with a fork takes a little more time than pulling, but it significantly reduces the risk of damaging your valuable crop. This careful approach pays off in healthier bulbs that store longer. After harvesting, garlic needs to be cured. Curing is a drying process that hardens the wrappers, shrinks the neck, and allows the outer layers to form a protective shell around the cloves. Proper curing is essential for long-term storage. Do not cut off the leaves or roots immediately after harvesting. The plant uses the remaining energy and moisture in the leaves and stalk to finish developing and drying the bulb during curing. Cure your garlic in a warm, dry, and well-ventilated location. Good air circulation is key to preventing mold and rot. A shed, garage, or covered porch works well, as long as it's out of direct sun and rain. You can hang the garlic plants in bunches or spread them out in a single layer on screens or racks. Ensure there is plenty of space between the plants for air to circulate freely around each bulb. The curing process typically takes 2 to 4 weeks, depending on humidity and temperature. You'll know the garlic is fully cured when the neck where the leaves meet the bulb is completely dry and tight. The outer wrappers will be papery and brittle. Once cured, you can clean up the bulbs. Trim the roots to about ½ inch. Cut the stalk off about 1 inch above the bulb. Brush off any remaining loose soil. At this point, you can also remove the outermost, dirtiest layer of wrappers, but leave several layers intact to protect the cloves. Be careful not to remove too many layers. Inspect each bulb for any signs of damage or disease. Damaged or soft bulbs should be set aside for immediate use, as they will not store well. Only store perfect bulbs. Store cured garlic in a cool, dry, and dark place with good air circulation. Ideal storage temperatures are between 50 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Avoid storing garlic in the refrigerator, as this can cause it to sprout. Properly harvested and cured garlic can last for many months, sometimes even up to a year, depending on the variety and storage conditions. Taking the time to cure your garlic correctly ensures you can enjoy your harvest long after it's been pulled from the ground. Following these steps for timing, harvesting, and curing will help you maximize your garlic yield and storage life. Enjoy the fruits of your labor.